How to stay motivated. This is what we've been talking about. It's not easy to stay motivated all the time. There's a lot of things that'll stop you from being motivated. Personal excuses. I'm too tired. I don't have enough money. I don't know what I'm doing. Whatever it may happen to be. That leads me to probably one of the most important parts about this is extreme ownership. Making sure that you own everything that happens to you. Everything that happens to you. Your partner leaves you. Your car breaks down. You lose your job. No matter how you look at it, it's your fault. And I know this sounds kind of negative and blah, 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 but really, the fact of the matter is, as soon as you own everything in your life and you take responsibility for everything in your life, then you'll start to be able to move forward. Then you'll start being able to come up with more of a solution than an excuse. If your partner leaves you, it's probably because you either didn't invest enough time, you didn't take into account what they wanted in the relationship, you failed to communicate. If you lose your job and you have no financial security anymore, either you didn't like your job in the first place, so you didn't work hard enough at it, you didn't ensure that you had a backup plan in case you lost your job, maybe you spent too much money and your expenses are way too high so that if you did lose your job, you have no savings. Somehow it's your responsibility to make sure that these things go the way that they're supposed to go in your life. It's a hard thing to swallow, and it's something that's taken me a long time and a lot of practice to be able to do this kind of stuff. I read a book called Extreme Ownership and how the U.S. Navy deals with this kind of stuff. And I'm not a military person by any means, and it's not my most favorite topic. But they have a good point that it doesn't matter. Everybody takes accountability for what happened. Everybody is self-responsible for what happens, success, failures, whether somebody else got hurt, whether the mission wasn't a success, is kind of the basis of the whole thing. If you haven't read the book, great book. It's kind of what got me started in even reading more books. It was the first book I've read in a long time that got me working on myself. But extreme ownership to its fullest is probably the most important thing that you can do. If you don't own what you're doing and you're not taking accountability for your actions, if it's everybody else's fault, you'll never come up with the solution. And that's basically the whole point of it. If you say your mom and your dad are the ones that raised you this way because they were alcoholics, or they didn't strive for anything in their life, so how are you supposed to know how to strive for anything in your life? Again, it's your fault. If you know that's the fact, that your parents didn't teach you what you needed to learn, you should have went out and learned it. And it's never about making yourself feel bad. It's not about belittling yourself. It's about just taking the ownership of it. If you accept that you're the one who made the mistake, then you accept that you're also the one who can fix it. And as soon as you're doing that, you're now doing this stuff for yourself. And now you're focusing more on how you can make the situation better instead of who to blame for it or how it's not your fault. The world's against me. Everybody hates me. Nobody believes in me. How am I supposed to believe in myself? I could go on forever about this. Absolutely forever about this. But the fact of the matter is you have full control of your own life. You have free will. You have the ability to choose what type of life you want. It's just a matter about how much effort you're willing to put in to get there. If you're only going to try a little bit and give up tomorrow, you're probably not going to make it. But you decide that every bad day working towards something is better than a day not working towards anything at all, you'll get a little farther ahead. And that's the next part of how to stay motivated that I have for you guys. So take care.